How to deal with narcissistic bullies. A guide to protecting yourself. Dealing with narcissistic bullies can feel like an emotional roller coaster. These individuals thrive on manipulating others, belittling their self-worth, and maintaining control through constant intimidation. Whether it's someone at work, in your personal life, or even a family member, encountering a narcissistic bully can take a significant toll on your mental and emotional health. If you've been on the receiving end of narcissistic bullying, you're likely feeling exhausted, frustrated, and maybe even questioning your reality. But here's the thing, you're not alone, and there are strategies you can use to protect yourself. In this video, we'll discuss the different traits of a narcissistic bully, how to set boundaries, detach emotionally, and how to deal with their manipulative tactics. By the end, you'll have a much clearer idea of how to take back your power and start to heal from this toxic experience. Recognizing a narcissistic bully. Before you can effectively deal with a narcissistic bully, it's essential to first understand what you're dealing with. Narcissists are often charming and charismatic at first, making it difficult to spot their toxic traits right away. But over time, these behaviors begin to surface, revealing their true nature. Narcissistic bullies tend to have an inflated sense of their own importance. They believe they deserve special treatment and constantly seek admiration from others. They may not only expect, but demand this attention, often at the expense of others. One of the first signs of a narcissistic bully is manipulation. They are experts at gaslighting, a form of psychological manipulation where they make you doubt your perceptions or question your reality. You might hear things like, "You're being too sensitive," or "That's not what I said," even though you know what was said and how it made you feel. Their goal is to make you second-guess yourself, leaving you feeling confused and powerless. Another hallmark of narcissistic bullying is disrespectful behavior. Narcissists often belittle others to make themselves feel superior. They might make snide remarks or undermine your achievements, even if it's subtle. For instance, a narcissistic bully might dismiss your accomplishments with phrases like, "That was easy for you. Anyone could have done that," or "You're just lucky." This is a direct attempt to diminish your worth and keep you in a place of self-doubt. Narcissists also have a complete lack of accountability. They will never take responsibility for their actions, no matter how damaging they may be. Instead, they will deflect blame onto others. If they make a mistake or hurt your feelings, they will refuse to apologize and often try to manipulate you into believing that you're the one at fault. This is called blame shifting, and it's one of their most effective tools for maintaining control. Finally, narcissistic bullies are deeply entitled. They believe that the rules don't apply to them. They will take advantage of your kindness or good nature, expecting you to do things for them while offering nothing in return. And when you refuse, they may resort to emotional manipulation or even passive-aggressive behavior, making you feel guilty or inadequate for not meeting their demands. Setting boundaries. One of the most critical tools in your arsenal when dealing with narcissistic bullies is setting boundaries. Boundaries are your emotional and psychological limits that define what is and isn't acceptable in your relationships. Without boundaries, narcissistic bullies will continue to overstep, take advantage of you, and undermine your self-esteem. The first step in setting boundaries is to be clear and direct. Narcissists are often experts at pushing boundaries and testing your limits, so it's essential to be firm and unambiguous about what you will and will not tolerate. For example, if they raise their voice or make a hurtful comment, calmly state, "Don't allow people to speak to me like that. If it happens again, I will walk away." It's crucial that you don't waver in your commitment to enforcing this boundary. Another strategy is to not over-explain yourself. Narcissists love to argue and twist your words, so it's best to keep your responses short and to the point. You don't need to justify or explain your boundaries in detail. For example, if they question your need for space, simply say, "I need time to myself to recharge," and leave it at that. The more you try to explain yourself, the more opportunities they have to manipulate or criticize you. Sometimes, boundaries require action. If a narcissistic bully continues to push your limits, you might need to take physical or emotional distance from them. This can mean walking away from a conversation, ending the relationship, or limiting your interaction to only necessary matters. In these situations, it's crucial to remain consistent with your boundaries. If you give in once, you send the message that they can continue mistreating you. Lastly, learn to enforce your boundaries without guilt. Narcissists are experts at making you feel guilty for setting limits. But remember, you are not responsible for their feelings or behavior. Protecting your emotional well-being is your responsibility, not theirs. Don't take it personally. Dealing with narcissistic bullies can often leave you feeling like you're not good enough or like something is wrong with you. When dealing with narcissistic bullies, you need to protect your emotional energy. Take time for yourself, engage in activities that make you feel good, and surround yourself with supportive, empathetic people. This will help you maintain your confidence and remind you that you deserve respect and kindness. Additionally, reframe your thoughts when dealing with a narcissist. When they make a hurtful comment or try to provoke you, remind yourself that their behavior is about their need to dominate and control, not about who you are as a person. Responding to manipulation. Manipulation is one of the most powerful tools narcissistic bullies use to control others. They will use guilt, gaslighting, and emotional outbursts to get you to do what they want. When you respond to their manipulation, it's essential to stay calm and detached. Narcissists will try to get a reaction out of you, whether it's anger, frustration, or guilt. If you react emotionally, they've won. The best way to handle this is by staying composed and unaffected by their tactics. Finally, sometimes the best course of action is to walk away. If a narcissistic bully refuses to respect your boundaries, continues to manipulate you, or causes emotional harm, it's time to recognize that you don't owe them anything. You have the right to walk away from toxic relationships, even if they are family members or longtime friends. This may be one of the hardest decisions you'll have to make, but your peace of mind and emotional health are worth much more than staying in a relationship that drains you. Walking away doesn't mean you're giving up. It means you're choosing to protect yourself from further harm. Remember, narcissistic bullies will never change unless they want to, and it's not your job to fix them. Sometimes the healthiest decision is to create distance, emotionally, physically, or both. Dealing with narcissistic bullies is challenging, but by recognizing their behavior, setting firm boundaries, not taking their actions personally, responding to their manipulation with detachment, and knowing when to walk away, you can protect your emotional health and regain control over your life. Remember, you deserve respect, kindness, and peace. Don't let anyone take that away from you. Stay strong and take care of yourself.